What's going on? What's going on? Whew. All right. We about to get live. Woo, doggy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on in. Come on in. We about to get live. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah coming to you again from BucosLocker with another episode of Locker Room Talk. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. And if you want to donate and to support the channel, please feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. Keep supporting the channel. I keep making videos. You know how the story goes. This is not easy. This takes time and a lot of courage to do this. So, shouts out to all the Powers and Sea Bandits out there. And shouts out to all the Buccaneer platforms on social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Venmo, Snapchat, whatever. Keep supporting the team. Keep doing your thing. Remember, we're all a family. We can agree to disagree. All right? Got me a new haircut and everything. What's up? Let me get some shout outs real quick. Josh, what's the deal? Perry Mathis, you wish. I gotta get another name for shooters. I might just say, I don't know. I might have to just either use the C Bandit. I don't know. We'll see. You wish. UCLA Carter, I see you. Chili Will. Bless. Hey, I'm not gonna say I'm the best, but I would say I'm one of the realest. Yeah, I got a fresh cut today. Yeah, I got that cut. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I got that cut today. You know what I'm saying? They got the cut and everything, you know. DSG Carlos. Mobbing for Christ. William Rogers. Justin, man, what up, man? Yeah, you been missing, man. What up, Chief? Nah, I'm not acting different. I'm chilling. Come on in, man. We got some things to talk about, man. We know we got a big game coming up. You know what? I need to charge my phone up. I can't even go off my phone right now. I'm about to go off the dome. Anyway, let's get to it. So we got the first big test of the season. Let's go. You got that Uriel call time. It's go time. Rams and Bucs and Rams, however you want to put it. The Bucs are traveling to SoFi Stadium or to Los Angeles to play at SoFi Stadium, a beautiful stadium, which it's a stadium that I do want to visit. And this game I was supposed to go to this game, but unfortunately, Hurricane Ida has messed up everything. Messed it up. Threw me off. So I got to try to catch up. We got that call. The schedule said we got the Rams. First big test of the season in America's Game of the Week. Don't be scared, y'all. Do not be scared. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. Don't be scared. All right? It's a big game early in the season. We get it out the way early, right? I am extra hype, of course. Yes, I am hype. Rock 813, what's up? Florida man. Yes, I am excited. This is one of the games I circled, so I'm going to let you know right now. Pardon me. Forgive me on Sunday because I'm going to be extra hype. All right? I'm going to be extra hype. So don't Don't come at me, bro. What up, Guru? I'm going to be extra hype, so please forgive me. Trying to straighten this camera up. Yeah, I'm going to be extra hype. So, if I'm talking crazy, I'm letting you know right now. Don't trip. All right. So, so what do we have here? We got two teams that are 2-0. Both teams have track star 954. Marcus 954. What up? We have two teams that are 2-0. Both teams have Super Bowl aspirations. The path to the Super Bowl. Both teams play a part in this. Both teams are high quality teams. Both teams, they play with edge, right? Both teams got explosive offenses. Both teams got highly aggressive defenses. Both coaching staffs are really good. We have Arians, and then we got Sean McVay and his staff. Raheem Morris is the DC. Shouts out to Raheem Morris for upgrading and leaving the Atlanta Falcons, that horrible franchise. They're horrible now for the last couple of years, but before they was pretty good for a while. But now they're horrible. They're rebuilding. So shouts out to Raheem Morris for getting up out of there. Now you got the keys to the Ferrari, Tesla, right? Don't mess it up, Raheem. Right? Raheem has been around for a while, so I have no hate on Raheem. He's a cool guy. Chest bumping, high fiving. That's him. He wants another head coaching job, and if he does good with the Rams, I'm sure somebody will call. Just like Todd Bowles, they got caught in some bad situations with a team that wasn't doing really well. The organization wasn't really good at the time. We fired him. He went 10-6, but we had a dramatic fall off, and the Bucs kind of, I guess, I wouldn't say panic, but we did what we had to do. And, so we're going to see what happened. Trill, what's up, Trill G-Boy? Got a fresh fade. Look, man. What up, Tommy? Everybody's talking about my fade, man. Y'all like my fade, man? Stop. But it's just a regular fade. Just try to clean up a little bit. That's all. I can clean up pretty good now. What I'm saying? I can put a suit on too now. I get it in. I can get clean now. So get a tux and everything. But so let's get down to the nitty gritty. We've been playing the Rams every year for the last couple years, and the games have been pretty fun to watch. Explosive, high quality games, close games. Well, I guess you can say close games. Not all of them, but yeah, you can say they're close games, but highly exciting games, highly competitive, right? So what's the game plan for the Bucs, right? What's the game plan? Everybody want to know what we're going to do with the secondary. What's up with the running game? What about the passing game? And if those of you that don't know, and people is kind of bringing it up in the chat room right now, is Antonio Brown tested for COVID? Oh, COVID, C-19. Damian Street. My thoughts on that real quick about Antonio Brown testing for the C-19. It's a loss. It's a big loss because his impact. He hasn't been ruled out yet. He has to test 2 times, and both tests has to be negative, and they have to be outside of the 24 hour or 24 hours with each test. After each test, it has to be 2 tests, and they both have to be 24 hours apart. So today's Wednesday. So if he takes the test today, and then you got tomorrow, or the results come back, of course, probably tomorrow. That'll be Thursday. Then he takes another test Thursday. The results come back Friday, or whatever time frame. I'm just giving y'all kind of example. The results come back Friday, then boom, you got Saturday, and then the game Sunday. So do you really want to? I don't know. I mean, if he clears the protocols and because he's vaccinated, so if he clears the protocols and everything's good to go with his 2 tests and they come up negative, then it's up to the coaching staff to let him play. Arians spoke on it earlier. He was like, man, it'll be great. And I'm paraphrasing. It'll be great if he's there. If it's great, gravy. If not, we have depth. Scotty Miller, Tyler Johnson. So, and then of course we can still incorporate the same offense. Really, to be honest with you, it is a drop off, but not like a huge drop off. Like Tyler Johnson and Scotty Tuhati can't pick up the slack. I'm sure they can. This is why we have depth, right? Remember, we have a top 5 roster. So when we have things like this happen, you can't really say, well, we go, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? You can't really do that because you can't call it one way and then something happens to the team and you say, well, we need to get this. We have a top 5 roster. We should be able to handle that. We have one of the top receiving cores and we have depth. One of the top teams with receiving depth. So losing AB is big, but to use that as an excuse on we can't or the Bucs can't do what they need to do offensively is ridiculous. Y'all know me. I can't let you slide. You can't start doing this. We didn't have Antonie. No. We have Scotty Miller, Scotty Tuhati, and we got Tyler, Mr. Hands Johnson. And we still got, Gronkowski, Godwin, and Mike Evans. So you can't really use that as an excuse. We have a top 5 roster. So we have a top 5 roster. People are not going to let the Bucs slide because we don't have AB. They're not going to do that. We're the Super Bowl champions, and as a fan base, we will seeing a lot of us running around here saying that our roster is top 5 and our roster is this, our roster is that. And the minute we have injuries or C19 issues, oh man, what are we gonna? No, we'll be fine. Don't panic. All right, what up, Jim? William Rogers, what up? Don't panic. So I think we'll be fine. I know we'll be fine. So with the loss of AB, the offensive game plan is going to be the same. Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson are more than capable of picking up the slack. Now, to the degree of an AB level, no. But it's good enough to maintain the offense and keep the offense moving. And Scotty Miller has played in a lot of games already. So, and he's fast. So, I mean, some people say he's a one-trick pony. It is what it is. Like, I haven't seen him run the route tree. He doesn't run a lot of routes, which is odd. It's for his development. I find that kind of odd that they don't use him in other routes. It's when he's in the game, he's going deep. So that kind of like tips off what the Bucs are going to do. Whether he's a decoy, depending on the coverage of the opponent's team. But I'm very curious if AB doesn't play and Scotty Miller gets a lot of playing time, how are they going to use Scotty Miller outside of a deep ball? Because Brady throws the deep ball to Scotty Miller really good. But if the deep ball is not there, what do we do with Scotty Miller? Do we put Tyler Johnson in? Tyler Johnson's more well-rounded receiver. So how does that work? So certain packages can tip off certain plays. The more Scotty Miller is on the field, the more the Rams can kind of focus on certain aspects of the Bucs offense because they know that Scotty Miller only runs one route unless the Bucs got a surprise and say, hey, surprise, Scotty Miller slant route, Scotty Miller deep in cut, Scotty Miller post pattern, Scotty Miller, out route, and I hate out routes. So do not throw out routes against the Rams. We probably can get away with a few of them, but just kind of relax. We got a Panthers fan in here. Shouts out to the Panthers. We got everybody welcome the Carolina Kitty Cats. We got a Carolina Kitty Cat. Matter of fact, go get your boy Sheltron and what's the other dude name? Sheltron and the other Carolina channel. Forgot his name. Go get them boys and tell them to come holler at us at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to come holler at us. But so I think the pass game gonna be fine. Let's get back to the focus. Number one defense. I don't care about y'all defense, man. Like it's week 2, fam. Anyway, the passing game be fine. Now, y'all know me. The running game. I'm always harping on the running game. Running game. And the reason why I say that is because it will be important, especially in this particular games like this. You kind of wish the running game was a little bit more stable versus unstable, because the running game is unstable. We don't have the number one guy. We don't have the alpha guy. We have this running back by committee. And due to the fact that we were a passing team, the running game has kind of fell to the wayside. So hopefully the running game contributes, because I'm not expecting a lot from it. I'm expecting the running game to be somewhat effective to kind of take the pressure off the bombs away mindset that, or check down mindsets, depending on how they cover us. But it'll probably be more underneath routes and check downs versus, deep balls because of the Rams pass rush, which I'll get to in a second. So hopefully the running game contributes and play it would be nice to have that running game to give us, 27 carries for 120 yards, between the two running backs, right? It'd be nice to get that 27 carries, 126 yards, 130 yards, just to kind of keep the Rams defense at bay. Like, we can run the ball too, fam. Or that 30 carry, 120 yards, that 4 yards a pop, that 30 carries for, 130 yards. We just gotta let the Rams know that we can play physical, because right now, of course, we are a finesse team, and the Rams is a physical defense. And what happens when you got a finesse style versus a physical style? The physical style tends to impose its will. And the Rams is a physical defense. Shouts out to the Rams, shouts out to the Rams defense. Shouts out to the Rams fan base. Y'all have a really good team. Upgraded that quarterback, supposedly, right? But we do need to have the running game available, if that makes sense to you guys. Running at the Rams will not be a walk in the park. And if you paid attention to the first two games, the Bucs running game is one of the worst in the NFL. Now, remember, matter of fact, the numbers tell you some things about our offense too. And remember, they're still early, but this just to give you an idea of what the Bucs got to work on, not just this game, but moving forward. But the Bucs need to improve in certain areas, third downs, rushing the ball, first down, rushing yards per game, run blocking. Like, there's a lot of things that the Bucs can improve on. Like, our total offense, I think, we're 13 in the NFL total offense. So there's some things that the Bucs can still improve on. Remember, we'll right back to this. This is the beginning part of the season. What you see now is what you're not going to see at the end of the season. At the end of the season, I'm expecting the Bucs to be game time. You know what I'm saying? But it's still early. Got to work some kinks out. But the offense has room to improve. So in this game, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this: if the running game is not effective, we're going to be in trouble. And what I mean by effective, like I told y'all, what I mean by effective, just let the Rams know that, hey, we can run the ball too. Not only we can throw the ball, but hey, we also have this part of the team that's tough as well. Because if you don't respect if the Bucs go into this game thinking they're just going to bombs away and throw the ball 50 times against the Rams, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for sacks. You're asking for interceptions. You're asking for strip fumbles. You're asking for Brady to take a beating, because whether you like it or not, whether you agree with me or not, the Rams defense is one of the top defenses in the NFL. They got playmakers all over. Their front, their defensive front, they can rush. They can rotate 8 guys. Not many teams can rotate that many guys and still get to the quarterback. And not too many teams have a all-pro on the D-line and at cornerback. That makes sense. So respect, we must establish, we must punch them in the mouth. And that's where that running game comes in there. Because if you think 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 12s, it's go time. No, man. Play smart football. And right now I'm talking about the Bucs offense versus the Rams defense. And I'll flip the script in a little bit, but I just want to focus on the Bucs offense because it's high flying against a team that has a good secondary. Jalen Ramsey, we all know about him. Could have been a Buck, but they didn't trade up for him. But Jalen Ramsey, who is he going to guard? Most likely Mike Evans. Right? Which is good. You know, like Jalen Ramsey guarding Mike Evans lets me know that Mike Evans is still a top receiver, just not at the top. So if you put Ramsey on Mike Evans, then you can pretty much just cancel Evans out of the game. Brady's not even going to think about that. We've seen Brady in games where there's a top cornerback. He don't play those games. He don't try to force the ball. He's not going to force the ball on Mike Evans. So we can just literally cancel Mike Evans, because if you look at Jalen Ramsey's last 2 years, his passer rating, a quarterback's passer rating at him is low. They don't complete balls when whoever Ramsey guarding. So it's almost like he takes away a receiver. So whoever he's guarding, don't expect him to get the ball unless Ramsey's playing lackadaisical. And the dude is a baller. So whoever Ramsey's guarding, he might guard Chris Godwin. He might guard Gronkowski in the red zone. But whoever he's guarding, I don't foresee Brady attacking Ramsey. You're just asking for trouble. And what I also noticed, a lot of these pass plays are long developing. Brady holding the ball a little bit too long. He's admitted it. Arians, they talked about it. So it's a part of the offense. But when you see plays like that, that's the no risk and no biscuit part of it. Because they still do their no risk and no biscuit, just not all the time. They still take the shots in this offense. Don't get it twisted. It's not 100% no risk and no biscuit. It's about 55-45. 55-45, Brady, no risk and no biscuit. They mesh the two together because Brady still can call those plays, the no risk and no biscuit plays. But he also got the plays he's really comfortable with. And those plays are to Godwin and Gronkowski in the middle of the field. Pay attention, folks. New England offense is all through this playbook. Just go watch the throws to Gronkowski and Godwin, his two favorite receivers. Well, and AB, of course. And then his outside throws are literally sideline deep balls. So, you know, those 5 to 7 step drops can work, but you have to be careful. They have to be carefully planned. You have to set those up. And this is where the running game in conjunction with the passing game helps. Because we've seen it not just with the Bucs, but games that the team can't run the ball, you're literally being one-dimensional. And being one-dimensional against top-level teams, you're asking for trouble. That favorite phrase again, asking for trouble. So we got to find a way, or the Bucs got Byron Leftwich in particular. He has to call a really good game offensively. He has to call probably his best game outside of the Super Bowl. Well, Super Bowl he did okay. Let me see what game I can say he called a really offensive good game. Well, he played some good games, but he has to call a really good. Like it's probably gonna have to be his best offensive game plan in a long time. You know, we can't have miscommunication. We can't have missed blocks. Ronald Jones, but I personally think we'll be fine offensively. There will be an adjustment period. So the Bucs tend to be a slow starting team. We tend to be a second half team, but I hope the Bucs get off to a good start offensively because we've seen that the Bucs can struggle first, second quarter. We've seen it against the Falcons. You know, we see it against the Cowboys. You know, so I think we'll be fine. But now the offensive line, it have been playing pretty well. And for you PFF fans, let me let y'all in on something. Donovan Smith is number 3 ranked PFF. Now, I'm not a big fan of PFF, but since some of you guys like PFF, I'm putting it out there. And Tristan Wrifs is not even nowhere near the top 15. Let that sink in for a second. So Donovan Smith right now is the 3rd best graded left tackle according to PFF. Now, his run blocking is like number 1 or number 2, something like that. His pass blocking is like 71 or something like that. So he's still got to work on the pass blocking, but his run blocking is like 88. They graded him out at 88 at run blocking, which is like, wow, you know, like we don't even run the ball well. So his pass blocking still is kind of average, according to PFF. So take it how you want to take it. And Tristan Wrifs has played okay. I think he's played well, but that's why I don't too much run into that PFF stuff. But the O-line got their hands full, and we already know. Now, L.A Marpet has handled Aaron Donald pretty well. He has. He's handled Aaron Donald pretty well the last couple times we played them. Aaron Donald hasn't wrecked the Bucs, really. He hasn't wrecked the game the last couple times. When you go back and look at it, even back from 2019, he hasn't wrecked the game. Like, Alec Marpet has done a great job on Aaron Donald. So, am I highly concerned about Aaron Donald? You should be concerned. But am I like, oh my gosh, he's going to mess the whole game plan up? He has the potential to do that, but our O-line is pretty solid, especially with Alec Marpet. And Aaron Donald likes to line up, from left to right on his right side, which is Alec Marpet's side, left guard. So, right. So Alec Marpet will do a great job. Now, they're going to move Aaron Donald around. So that's not, get it twisted. Like, he's not going to rush from the same spot every time. He's going to line up on Alex Cappa a few times. So let's not act like, Aaron Donald is just irrelevant. He can be. He could be nullified because of the blocking scheme. The Bucs are a pretty good pass blocking team, and the Rams are a pretty good pass rushing team. So, two strengths, somebody got to break, right? Or neither break, right? So, then you got Leonard Floyd on the outside, Tristian Wirfs, Donovan Smith. We'll see what they do right there. Ryan Jansen got to control his temper because this is an emotional game, and I hope he don't go out there trying to swing on everybody and late hit people off the pile and stuff. And I seen somebody in the chat real quick. I want to touch on that too. Penalties must be controlled. We've had a few penalties, or the Bucs have had a few offensive penalties, some holding, false starts, and personal fouls. We got to tighten that up. This is the game not to do that in, especially Rams. Every possession will count offensively. It's almost like if the Bucs get the ball 7 times, we need to score at least 4 or 5 of them. Like, every time we touch the ball, like, if we get the ball 7 times, we got to score at least 4 or 5 of those times. Like, literally. To win the game. I'm going to be tracking it too. So, but we're going to see. So I talked about the receivers, talked about the running game, talked about the O-line, and of course, Brady. Brady's a veteran. He know what to do. He know how big this game is. He know what the Rams did last year. He knows. Brady got a chart. He knows. He's watched the tape. It's pretty much the same scheme. Raheem Morris did a couple of tweaks here and there, but it's pretty much the same scheme. Staley, Brandon Staley, former D coordinator for the Rams, is with the Chargers head coach. It's pretty much the same form. They didn't rewrite the defensive book when Raheem Morris got there. All Raheem Morris got to do is just tweak a little bit. So enough about Bucs offense. We already know what we got there, right? We know. Explosive offense. Despite the numbers, we're good. Defensively, what everybody want to talk about, right? Secondary. Got me kind of nervous because of what I've seen. What does your eyes tell you? I always tell you, what does your eyes tell you? Forget what the numbers say. What does the eyes tell you? How does our secondary look? First game of the season, we played the explosive Cowboy offense, and we didn't look good. Then we played the mediocre to below average Falcons, and we had some struggles there. Okay. 2 teams that you don't really look at them as threats. Here comes the Rams. Now we got the Rams. Oh, no Jared Goff. Got Matthew Stafford. So, okay, cool. So they can go bombs away. They can attack us. They can stretch the field with Matthew Stafford. Because when Jared Goff was the quarterback, it was a lot of misdirection and intermediate short routes and yak. With Matthew Stafford, 50-yard bombs. I'm going to say this. The Rams will throw the ball deep. What is the Bucs' weakness? Speed in the secondary. Well, elite speed. We don't have elite speed in the secondary, except for Jamel Dean, but he doesn't play fast. And what do the Rams have that the Bucs struggle with? Go back and watch the Cowboys game. Receivers that are quick, twitchy, can get open real quick, and separate from coverage. Now, neither one of these receivers are top-end speed receivers. They're not Tyreek Hill. They're really good route runners. Robert Woods, if you don't know who I'm talking about, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. They killed the Bucs last year. Carlton Davis, I know you had this game circled. I know Carlton Davis is really itching to get at Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. Now, here's the thing about those two receivers. They're not really outside receivers. They're more inside guys. Like a Keenan Allen. Like both kind of fit that Keenan Allen mold. Really good route runners. Separate really good. Can get open. And with the help of Sean McVay's scheme, Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay circle scheme they have running, it works. People get open. It's crazy. It's like, damn, like, why can't we cover Cooper Kupp? Why can't we cover Robert Woods? No, it's not just the receivers, because you still got to have the coach to design the play, but also you got to have the receivers to run the routes correctly and sell those routes. And the Rams have that. They have actually pretty good receiving core. Underrated too. Because Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods are not household names. They're not the big receivers, right? They're not the Godwins and the ABs and the Mike Evans, right? They're steady receivers. Van Jefferson, Deshaun Jackson, which I'm sure he's going to play in this game. Deep ball. Who's guarding Deshaun Jackson? Carlton Davis? Because I guarantee you the Rams will run 3 wide. 3 by 1 or 13 personnel. They might put Deshaun Jackson on the outside. You know, Carlton Davis is not good in the slot, so help him. Somebody help him. Oh, safety over the top, because Deshaun Jackson still got speed, and Matthew Stafford bombs away, and we don't have the elite speed to keep up with Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, we got Jamel Dean, but Jamel Dean is, I don't know, something wrong with him. So also pay close attention to the inside of the field, in between the hashes, where those receivers make their bread and butter, the Cooper Kupps and the Robert Woods. And also, now I know I'm talking about those two because they have killed the Bucs. And I know Todd Bowles has talked to his secondary. Fellas, we not looking good, look like crap, yada, 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 yada. You know, the pep talk. You can only talk to the guys for so much. At some point, they got to perform. These are one of the games that was like, excuses are not going to really work. Now, as long as it's a fact, now, can an excuse be a fact? Yes, but even if it's a fact, it has meaning behind it. But just any old outright excuses is like, come on, man. We've played this team 2 years in a row prior to this game. You should know what type of receivers you're playing now. This is the third time in 3 years. Either you know how to guard them or you don't. The first time, 45-55 games. Second time, 27-24. Third time, can you cover them? They got Van Jefferson, Tyler Higbee, Deshaun Jackson. So they got a pretty decent receiving core. It's more about the scheme than the players, but the players do work too. And then now, sliding back down from the passing game to the Rams running game. The Rams running game is kind of like the Bucs running game. It's there. It's not their bread and butter. It's not their strength. Darrell Henderson, Sony Michel, Cam Akers is hurt, by the way, out for the year. The Rams running game is there, right? But it's not a real threat. So I don't expect them to really try to run the ball because of their strength and their scheme. Will they slick a couple runs in there? Sure. They might catch us off guard. I don't know. But it's not going to be effective. So I'm not going to really engage into the Rams running game because they're not a good run blocking team. They're built kind of like us. They're built for the pass game. I get it. NFL is a passing league. I get it. I know what it is. But you still got to have a running game. And that's what hurts both of these teams. The fact that they don't have the ability to control. They have to control the clock through the air, which is risky because both teams can throw the ball 40 to 45 to 50 times this game because of the running game will be irrelevant for both teams, to be honest with you. But I think the Bucs running game will be somewhat effective to a degree that it can kind of control the game. What up, Derek? So we're going to see how the running game from the Rams affect the Bucs. And I think they're not going to really respect that because I think we'll be able to hold up in our front. So, but I am curious, though, going back to the Rams passing game. Pay close attention. This is another key. I'm dropping some stars, some key elements in this. Lavonte David and Devin White in an intermediate coverage with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. In between the hashes, how do Devin White and Lavonte David get control of Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods? Mike Edwards is going to play more. Antoine Winfield Jr. Are you going to play up to guard those intermediate routes, short routes? Because the Rams are designed to make you tackle in space. A lot of misdirection, a lot of what the heck? And one of my favorite plays that Sean McVay like to do is the play action boot one way and throw back the other way. The Rams love crossing routes. They do. They love crossing routes. Misdirection. Get you going one way and go the other way. And with Matthew Stafford, they can go deep off of that type of play action. Usually with Jared Goff, it's intermediate short or short to intermediate. His first read is short, or first read intermediate and second read short. With Matthew Stafford, his first read is going to be intermediate, next read long, or vice versa. So, do Todd Bowles blitz a lot this game? Somebody just talked about it. Do you blitz the linebackers and get destroyed by the screen game? Because if you blitz, it's one-on-one time. Now, being that the Rams are a passing team, I think Mike Edwards should play a whole lot more in this game because of his ball hawking ability. Jordan Whitehead, I rock what you do. You're strong, heat-seeking missile. But this game is not built for you. This particular game is just not it. And I'm going to be the first to put my hands up and say, I want to see Mike Edwards play over Jordan Whitehead. Mike Edwards is better in coverage, and this is a perfect matchup for him because the chances that he's going to possibly get to intercept the ball is high because the Rams are going to throw the ball at least 30 times this game, and we need Mike Edwards to get the ball or deflect some passes. No offense, Jordan Whitehead. I rock what you do, but this game, you're not good at coverage. And the Rams don't run the ball like that. So we're going to see if Todd Bowles put Mike Edwards in more. I think he would. I think it makes sense. But crazy. Would be crazy if Mike Edwards emerged too. How do we pay Carlton Davis, Mike Edwards, Jamel Dean? How do we pay all these guys? I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation. But somebody mentioned zone. That can help, but when you run zone, looking at our pass rush, we have 2 sacks in the season as a team. It'll get better. Shaq Barrett will get his football, get in football shape. And then, of course, JPP looks a little step slower. Dominican Sue, he's there when he needs to be in certain spots, but he's not rushing the passer type guy. What up, Torrance? Josh Hernandez, Rock 18. Cody, what up? But Maverick Angel, he's not the pass rushing Dominican Sue anymore. He's a run stopping Dominican Sue and occasional sack guy, once in a blue moon, right? And of course, Vita Vez push the pocket, almost get the sack, but not quite quick enough. So our rushers, Joe Tryon and JPP and Shaq Barrett have to step up. Got to put pressure on Stafford, because if you don't, we're in for a long day as a fan. As fans, we're going to be in for a long day. We're going to be looking at each other when I do my live stream like, what was that? Can we get some pressure? Because Matt Ryan, go back and look at last week. Matt Ryan had some plays that he was back there like. Now, don't get me wrong, he escaped some sacks, some pressure. Matthew Stafford is a little bit more athletic too, so he can kind of hurt us a little bit with the running ability, but he does have the mobility to move around a little bit more than Matt Ryan. And of course, he's obviously at this moment better than Matt Ryan. So we went from Dak Prescott to Matty not Ice to Matthew. I'm trying to prove something, Stafford. Yeah, this is going to be a much tougher game than the first 2 games. Even though the Cowboys game was close, I think the Cowboys played their hearts out. They were hyped up. But I think this game will be good, more likely better. Would it be close? We'll get to that in a second. But a little bit nervous with the pass rush. Hasn't looked great. And the Rams O-line is pretty decent. They have a really good left tackle at 38, 39 years old, Andrew Whitworth. Shaq Barrett, JPP, good luck. That dude's still good. I think he's graded out like top 5 right now at 39. He stays in shape. He's a really athletic dude to be that tall. And he's not a 6'8", 350-pound left tackle. He's a 6'8", like 320. So like 6'8", 320 solid. Like he's not one of them sloppy looking left tackles. He's a really good left tackle. And Andrew Whitworth been around for a long time. He played with Cincinnati. Underrated. Went under the radar for a long time. And it's all of a sudden kind of like the Brady situation. He got better as he got older, which is kind of rare for left tackles. But the dude is elite. So whoever he's blocking, good luck. You're going to need it. Because you're just not going to run through the dude. It just like, how often do you see people run through Andrew Whitworth? JT Whitworth. He's not just running through Andrew Whitworth. It's just not happening. And he's went up against some really good pass rushers. So you have to take that however you want to take it. No offense to JPP and Shaq Barrett, but that dude is just a problem. And they got a decent center. I forgot his name. Number was it 62, I think. Sly Slith, whatever his name is. Pretty decent center. And their interior is, I think we can attack them in the interior, but if we attack them, that means we got to blitz. Because straight up blocking, because McVay's scheme is so direction all the time, you can't just straight up rush them. Because they're going to throw wide receiver screens. They're going to throw screens. They're going to do them little weird play action boots and stuff like that. So you just can't just come at them crazy. You got to come at them with control. I guess you can say like a 50-50 blitz package, like 50% zone or 50% like man zone and then 50% blitz. Maybe that might be too high. Maybe we might need to go 70-30, man zone and 30% blitz. You know, they just kind of get feel the Rams out maybe for a quarter or two, and then turn the juice up like they did against the Falcons. Because if they go with that game plan and say we're going to see what the Rams do, and then halftime make our adjustments, then turn the juice up, I wouldn't be mad at that. But to just come out there and thinking that you're just going to I'm in your face, we're going to run over you, it doesn't work like that at the top. So pass rush will be important. And what's going to help this game too, the Bucs, is getting your hands up. JPP, Shaq, Barrett, Joe Tryon, Anthony Nelson, get your hands up. Nacho, Vita, get your hands up, because they're going to try to get the ball to the perimeter. You know, those quick little, weird stuff they be doing. It's a funny scheme. It works. It's an effective scheme that Sean McVay runs. It comes from the Mike Shanahan style. And Kyle Shanahan kind of like tweaked it, and then McVay kind of tweaked it, and Matt LaFleur tweaked it. You feel me? So, but it's an effective style, and their running game is effective to a degree if they have the running backs. Because when he had Todd Gurley, it was effective. So we're going to see how the Bucs react to Sean McVay's style of offense defensively. Do you blitz a lot, or do you play coverage? Because knowing that the Bucs have some injuries and have some concerns there, do you play coverage? Personally, I think you should play coverage. That's just me. You play coverage until you understand what the game plan is. And it takes about a half. And then you make your adjustments. And then, because when you have a game plan, when you come in with a game plan, you can't just wipe the game plan away. You practice the whole entire week on the game plan, and then all of a sudden, halftime, you change it up. It doesn't work like that. So the game plan for the Rams can't change that much, because it's pretty much the same scheme, first half and second half. A lot of play action. A lot of misdirection. A lot of wide receiver screens and jet sweeps and all that stuff like that. Little giggity stuff. Giggity goo stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, which way they throwing the ball? Oh, shoot. You feel me? So we're going to see how that works out for the Bucs defense. So I think they should get a lot of tip balls too. So look out for that too. So I'm dropping some key notes in here for you guys to pay attention to come Sunday, America's game of the week, 425. And let me see. Cover the offense, cover the defense. Special teams. For both teams. Special teams will be important. I got a feeling that the special teams is going to be a big part of this game. Underrated, it's gonna sneak out of nowhere. It's gonna special teams, Bradley Pinion with a good punt. Mickens with a good return. Good special teams coverage. We can't leave out special teams. We just can't overlook that, because it's an underrated part of the game. It flips the field. It plays in the background. Field goal kicking, extra points. Every point is vital. Can't be no missed kicks in this game. Can't afford that. Every possession is vital. Every punt is important, because we're not going to score every time we touch the ball. We know that, right? Hopefully we do. Hopefully you guys do understand that we're not going to score every time we touch the ball. We do understand that. Cool. So punting the ball is going to be important. Field position is going to be huge this game. Whoever got the shortest amount or the shortest distance to the end zone is going to have a favorable chance to win. So cross your fingers on Bucs special teams. Don't fail me now. You've been playing good for the first couple games, but don't fail me now. Don't start this. Can't cover nobody on punt return, kick return stuff. So I think Ryan Suckup will be solid and Bradley Pinion will be solid. So, and then hopefully Mickens get a decent return. Punt return, maybe we might use Scotty Miller or something. I don't know. Jadon, maybe get Jadon back. I don't know. We gotta get something from the special teams. Something from them. Jalen Darden, maybe, if AB don't play, do we activate Darden? But Mickens is back there. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. Matt Gay is the field goal kicker. Ain't that a Matt Gay, Mr. I cost the Bucs 3 games himself. Well, okay. I'm not going to be too hard on Matt Gay. I'm not going to put the blame on him. But I will put the blame on him for the Giants game because I was there. He missed a chip shot, game-winning field goal. And then he missed some key. Well, it's hard not to blame Matt Gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Matt Gay kind of cost us a couple games. I mean, game-winning missed kick, Giants, 3 missed field goals against the Falcons, game went to overtime. And, of course, we know pick 6, game over. But 3 missed field goals. The game should have never went to overtime. Missed field goal in the Seahawks game. We lose the game in overtime. That game, man, that's that. He's not on the Bucs. You know? So wouldn't that be the irony, right? That, right, if Matt Gay cost them the game. Right? And people overlook that. People don't understand how important that kicking that season was. Like, it really hurt the Bucs, man. Like, I get it. But I like to go back to that because now that Matt Gay's on the Rams, wouldn't that be so funny that he cost them the game? Like, missing extra points, missing field goals, missed the game-winning field goal. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'll be laughing my butt off. You know? So, oh yeah, I was at the Giants game. That hurt me to my soul, man. I was on that side where he was kicking the ball. I was literally in between the field goal post, literally looking at it like, game time. He kicked that ball. I was like, I had my drink in my hand. I was like, the whole stadium went silent. And then, of course, you know, the Seahawks game, missed field goal in that game. Change the outcome of the game. And then, of course, the last game of the season, missed 3 field goals. And the game goes overtime. Just make one. The game is over. Make one. Anyway, I know Mickens and JPP. Them, yeah, they got some nicks and bruises right now. You know, JPP is old, so he's gonna have nicks and bruises. But I think they both will be ready for the game. But go Matt Gay, miss some kicks. You know, that'd be great if Matt Gay miss some kicks. I'll be laughing. Matter of fact, I hope he does. And I hate to wish bad on players, but in this game, just miss a couple extra points for us. Because you owe us, man. You owe us. Matt Gay, you missed 11 kicks. You owe us. You owe us a game, Matt Gay. Matter of fact, 3 of them. Like I remember. You owe us a couple games. So if you could find it in your heart to miss a couple field goals, make some extra points. But yeah. You know, I might even get into that story, Joseph. That's the past, but I like to talk about it just a little bit here and there to kind of reference this game. But we all know the history of that. We know the missed kicks cost us some games. It's pretty obvious, but they got overlooked because that wasn't the focus. Coaching. Right. Coaching. You know, of course, coaching matters, especially in these games. Because there's pivotal moments that the coaches have to decide. If you go back and watch the Ravens and the Chiefs game, John Harbaugh literally on national television, out his mouth, do you want to go for it? He literally asked Lamar Jackson, do you want to go for it? Do you want to go for it? Lamar Jackson was like, hell yeah. Now, I'm not worried about Sean McVay because Sean McVay is cocky. He has kahunas to go for it. Arians is what worries me when those situational pivotal moments in the game. Arians kind of worries me, but luckily we have Brady, right? Because Brady can overrule some stuff. Remember that game against the Cowboys? Oh, yeah, the Cowboys. Was it for the Falcons? Brady looked at his wristband. No. Right then and there, I should have told you what time it was when it comes to the power of Brady. He literally looked at the play that Byron Leather's call and said, no, not running that crap. SK Simmons with the super chat. Oh, you going to be at the game? Oh, you live in L.A. You live in LA, right? How far you live from the stadium? Oh, we got a Rams guy in the chat room, man. Let's go. First down. Shouts out to the Rams. Welcome to BucosLocker. Welcome to the locker room. Make sure you shower. Make sure you wash your booty before you leave. Now, you just can't come in the locker room all stinking and stuff. Think you finna just talk some noise and just walk out of here. You know what I'm saying? About 30 minutes. Oh, the traffic gonna be crazy. Traffic. Oh, that's the big game. It's a big game. That traffic gonna be crazy. Yeah, facts. But Arians, there's gonna be a couple moments in the game, and I want y'all to look for that too. There's gonna be a couple moments in the game that he needs to make the right call. You know, the end all be all. He's the omnipresent, so he has to be ready to make that call. John Harbaugh, Andy Reid, you know, Belichick, like these guys they got those moments. They know what to do. And Arians, you're gonna have a couple moments in that game. On their side of the field at the 46-yard line, it's 4th and 1. What do you do? Punt. Oh, what you doing? Win the game. So, come on, Arians. Come through. Brian Leftwich, if Brady overrules you, it is what it is. Todd Bowles, tighten the defense up in the secondary specifically. We'll be all right. Devin White, I'm going to need you to cover. Tighten up. Ryan Suckup, you good to go. Bradley Pinion, keep doing your thing. Mike Edwards, definitely gonna need you in this game. Cornerbacks, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. I really hope you guys play well. I really want you guys to really play well. You know, because we know how the Bucs play in national televised games. I don't know why when the Bucs get spotlight games, they tend to act funny. I don't know. Rams, Chiefs, Saints twice, Bears tend to get a little funny, you know, like what's going on here? Like it's not how the team was to look. But predictions. Let's get down to who I think is going to win the game. Now remember, disclosure. This is in full disclosure. Remember, I am objective and I am a real football fan. So my prediction in a close game. Close game. I got the Rams winning 28-24. Any problems with that? Any problems with that? Because what kind of channel would I be if I picked the Bucs to win every game? Because remember, I didn't say the Bucs was going to go 17-0. I didn't say that. I made that clear when I made my schedule prediction. Go watch the video. I made it very clear. I didn't pick the Bucs to go 17-0. Go back and watch the video. If you don't agree with this, that's fine. Respect. I respect what you saying. Respect what I'm saying. But I got the Rams winning 28-24. Early loss. That's fine. Trust me. Go back and watch my prediction video, my schedule prediction video. We'll be fine. In a close game, I got the Rams winning 28-24. Don't get mad at me. I'm just objective and I'm realistic. I'm trying to keep this realistic as possible. I'm trying to keep the schedule realistic as possible because I got a feeling some of you think that I'm supposed to pick the Bucs every game and be totally biased and be just blindfolded on to every game. Like, I don't care who we play, we're going to win. I don't run a channel like that. I don't run my channel like that. So you might be mad at my prediction, but hey, just make sure you respect it. Because if you don't respect it, I got shooters. I got sea bandits that will jump on you. Because they're not mad at me. They understand. Be realistic, be objective, be humble. You know, I'm not going to be the Falcons or the Panthers channels. Every game they're picking their team to win. I'm not going to be like the Saints channel. Every team they play, they picking their team to win. And then when their team lose, it's excuses. Or it's, oh, well, you know, no. Don't get mad at me. I'm just being realistic. I'm not sitting here. I'm not playing Madden and trying to win every game. I'm not playing a video game and on easy and say I'm going to beat everybody and go 17-0. I'm not doing that. So if you think I'm going to pick the Bucs every game this season, you are on the wrong channel. I know some of you guys are disappointed, but it is what it is. Respect my prediction. And trust me, you'll feel better at the end of the season. Trust me. You will feel better at the end. Go back, and if you are mad at this video and my prediction, go back and watch my schedule prediction and see what I got the Bucs going after 17 games. Go look at the actual record after week 17, what I got the Bucs going this season. You won't be mad at me. Trust me. Trust me. And if you thought that I was going to pick the Bucs, sorry, man. And the biggest difference to me early in the season is the secondary. That's the difference of the game. Because everything else is pretty much equal. Well, except for quarterback. But everything else is pretty much kind of like similar. Well, and I think we have the advantage of receivers, but the scheme kind of helps the Rams receivers too. So the difference is secondary. That's why I picked the Rams. After 2 games, the Bucs secondary is just not good enough yet. So if they beat the Rams, I eat crow. It is what it is. I don't mind that. But I'm just being realistic as possible. And the reason why I'm picking the Rams is because of the secondary. And if you don't agree, and if you are telling yourself that the secondary is fine, then I question your football eyes. So, okay. There you have it, folks. I know I'm finna get some heat behind it, but I can take the heat. And I ain't leaving the kitchen. But, yeah. I know some people, I can see it in the chat room right now. Oh, what you doing, man? Oh, man, you're supposed to pick the Bucs every game, man. You're supposed to be biased. You're supposed to pick the Bucs every time, no matter who we play. Nope. But as long as you're not mad at me, as long as you respect it, you don't have to agree with it, but just respect it. That's all. It's going to be a close game either way. I just got the Rams edging it out. 28-24, 24-21, however you want to do it. You know, 28-24, 28-24, 24-21, however you want to do it. But this is what separates me from a lot of other channels. Not just the Bucs channels, but just other fan base channels, other fan driven channels, because there's channels out there that no matter who their team playing, they're going to pick their team. You got Jets channels. You got Raiders channels. You got Broncos channels. You got Vikings channels. They just keep picking their team to win. They keep picking their team to win, hoping to hit a couple of them. And, oh, yeah, I picked them to win. Yeah, you picked them to win every game. Eventually, they're going to win something. You know what I'm saying? Have the guts to pick against your team. That's what separates channels like mine from the other channels, not only in the Bucs community, also across the NFL, because they don't have the guts to pick against their team unless you are the No, actually, every team channel pretty much does this. Every team channel, they literally pick their team to win, regardless of what's going on. Even the Giants channel, the Giants is going to be like, what? Like, come on, fam. And here's the thing about it, and I want to speak on this too. I'm not rooting against the Bucs, and I'm glad somebody brought that up. Torrance, I'm not rooting against the Bucs. I'm just being realistic. That's all. I want the Bucs to win, but I'm trying to give it some realness to the channel. You know, realness to the channel. But I'm not going to pick the Bucs every game. Trust me, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm not a biased channel, at least you know that. And if I wanted to, I can literally have an NFL channel. I probably should make an NFL channel just talking about all the games. I probably should make a channel like that because the way my mind's set up, I can talk about literally any team if necessary. Maybe not in depth, but if you give me some time to kind of like look at the, get more in tune with the team like I do with my team, I can literally talk about every team. But I can talk about majority of them because I do pay attention, but I just don't expound my football knowledge across the NFL. I just focus on the Bucs a lot in the NFC South. But I could do that. I could make a NFL channel to talk about all the games. But anyway, with that being said, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on new videos that's posted on this channel. As you can see, I'm hyped. Hopefully the Bucs surprise me, and I'll eat crow. Not literally, but with that being said, shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room that has joined the chat room. Shouts out to the one Panthers fan that came here talking about number one defense, loving the hype. We'll see y'all at the end of the season. And number two, the Rams fan that came in here and showed some love in the locker room. Or hopefully he took a shower before he went home. Because if he didn't, he's nasty. With that being said, I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. No risky, no biscuit. You know the story goes, man. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag agree to disagree. And hashtag don't be mad at me. BucosLocker out. Deuces.